Yeah. Uh, my name is Huat Chye. You can call me Brother Huat Chye, or you can call me Dd Huat Chye if you want to. Today I'm here to share with you one topic. You see, these days I would like to make the Dhamma a little bit more simpler for people to understand and practice, because sometimes we learn a lot of Dhamma, but the challenge is in the practice. The challenge is how can you take this Dhamma that you have learned and make it work for you, whether in a family, at work, or when you're dealing with people. We do not want you to have lots of Dhamma knowledge, but you are cold to people. You don't interact with people. And then you cannot fit in the workplace. And then in the family, you look like an odd one out also. I think there's a better way to practice the Dhamma than just, knowing the Dhamma. But I think practice, and we have to make things simpler. So in my philosophy, I always tell the Chinese Buddhist group, 我们佛教整个佛教社群 the entire community， 我们佛教要现代化 ，we have to make things relevant to the modern society， 我们要年轻化 ，you know，that means we must make it more approachable to also the younger generation， 我们要生活化 ，we must make it practical to day-to-day living. Of course, if you intend to become a monk, go for further cultivation, it's a different story altogether. But I presume most of you are householder. You have a family, you got your life, you got a business, you got the work to do. How do we take some of this and make it happen at work, at home, and in our life? So I've chosen the topic, why seek blessings when you can create your own? And I hope this will benefit some of you. When we go to Webster Dictionary, when you key the word blessings, one of the quotation that comes out is a ceremonial or act of prayer invoking divine protection. So when we talk about blessing, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Buddhist. What is the first thing that comes to our mind? Wealth, okay. You've been honest. Okay, what else? Protection, yes. Better still is blessed by any other monks, and that's what we sometimes have in mind. So a lot of time people look at blessings as they are looking for good luck, yeah, they are looking for good health, they are looking for safety protection, or they are looking for wealth, success, and happiness. Be honest with yourself. Every time you go to the Buddha's image, after you do all your chanting, whatever it is, you make aspiration. You hope to be blessed. If there is a monk or somebody who is around, he probably will do some blessings for you. What crossed your mind? Be honest. Most people, some of these things happen. And that's normal, because we are all normal human beings, And some people blessings also include marriage, business, love, studies, whatever it is. So that's what people think blessings. Now, we all want blessings. Who doesn't want blessing in life? We all want blessings. And to get blessings, people do all kinds of things, all kinds of rites and rituals, out and out, not rest area. People do all kinds of rites and rituals. And in our society, we see all kinds of things being done by people because they want blessings. For example, spiritual hug. There used to be a so-called spiritual guru where, you want blessing, you go and hug her. Those days, you remember? You hug. And then after hugging, you feel so nice. Wow, I've been hugged by that guru or that teacher. Now I got blessings. Some people believe that's how they get blessings. And then you look at, big incense. This one especially true for Chinese community. When there's only whatever festival, they all fight for the biggest incense. They fight, bigger the incense, the smoke more, it goes up to the heaven more. Wow, good blessings. And people do that. All right. And also religious icons, or people say, well, you go to this Rinpoche is better, this Achan better, this Sayadaw better. People go for that because they believe that. And also medium, this one very prevailing in my wife's back hometown, back in northern side of peninsula. They got any problem, they go and consult medium. So any problem, they go and consult medium and get blessings. That's what people do. And also pray to trees. Not so much these days, but during my early years of growing up, people do look at certain trees. They tie all kinds of cloth on that. They pray, and I've seen people knelt down there. I mean, all kinds of things they do. That's exactly what happened when Sujata offered the milk rice. So anyway, holy bath. Some community, they believe certain rivers are holy, and then they'll go there and take a bath. After that, they felt that they've been blessed. All right, and very common among us. We say something wrong, hey, touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. That's also to make sure that you don't get curse and things like that. Blessing comes instead of curse, And of course, black cat and all those things. And even for us, sometimes we Buddhists, we may not be aware we are making not so good practice. Sometimes, for example, when we offer things to monks, we believe, wow, among the three monks, this one more senior. Wow, I offer. I don't want the other two. I offer to this monk. Why? More blessings. That's what will happen to some of us. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a look. During Wesak Day, also very interesting. If you have a chance to be an observer, you just sit back during Wesak Day because it will be a busy day, and then you observe people, especially the queue to get the blessings from the monks. And some people, one time not enough, they queue again, get a second time. And then they give you the so-called holy water, or they want more. They say, this one not enough, this one only for a few days, I need one for 2 weeks. So that's what people do during Wesak Day, because they all want blessings. And people try everything to have blessings, even negotiate for blessings. If I do this, can my family be like that? If I, please, Kuan Yin, please, Kuan Yin, if I offer this, make sure my son get into university. Of course, these days it's so easy to get into university, lah. You just pay, lah. As long as you are not too bad of results. In China, it's difficult to go to tertiary education. The population is huge. They have their exam that they have to pass before they can even go to university. But in Malaysia, during my time, I think during your time, we still submit to UPU, and subject to their offer. Sometimes we don't get the offer we want. Sometimes we don't even get any offer at all. Getting to university was harder during our time, but today my children, they all went to private universities. It's so easy, just pay lah. Father must pay, that's all lah. Yeah. Now, general perception and practice of blessings, we have this perception and notion that we ourselves are not good enough. Therefore, we need external source to help us to give us blessing. That's why people keep going to certain religious places, including temple, and they choose the better temple, the more powerful temple, because they want more blessings. That's what people do. And the general notion that blessings can only be gotten, actually sometimes the verse you chant is the same, but they believe, certain people, okay, I need to qualify that. Certain monks, they have good practices. When they utter the same word, the power is different lah, because they really live their life, a noble life. Therefore, the same word spoken by that monk has a lot more impact than the words spoken by any ordinary people. But having said that, the verses that you recite, all those words that Sabitio, whatever you have recited, it's the same verse. the monks are reciting. But sometimes our notion is we recite ourselves not powerful. We need to get somebody else to recite for us. You know, let's take a look at it. So a lot of people believe that blessings can only be gotten from outside, and it must be given by certain people like guru, God, bodhisattva, master, ajahn, sayados, whatever that you can think of. But we forgot that actually in Buddhism, the Buddha has given us very good advice how to have our own blessings. So if blessings, good luck, auspicious can be created, what if we say actually blessings can be gotten by ourselves rather than depending on outside party? And that's what the Buddha has always emphasized. Do not look outside for help and refuge. Look inside for help and refuge. So blessings, what if we say it can be done? We can create our own blessings. So Buddha and his wisdom has given us some tips on how to have DIY blessings, do-it-yourself blessings, And this, if we fall back to the Mangala Sutta, Ji Xiang Jing, the Buddha has spoken about 38 blessings that you can have in life. And that is in Sutta Nipata, if you refer back to all those reference there. Now, correct me if my sutta quote is wrong. I know we have an expert of sutta here. So the Buddha says, don't look out for blessings. If your life has not been smooth, if your life has not been happy, if things are not working out for you in life, sometimes going to ajahn after ajahn, reverend after reverend, rinpoche after rinpoche won't change your life. You won't get that blessings because you need to work on your blessings. And these blessing things, actually, even we are also quite confused. What is blessing? The gods in the heavenly plane also very confused. This is one sutta the Buddha basically preached to the heavenly being. The gods down there were arguing among themselves. What actually is blessing? Some say, no, blessing is this, blessing is that. And blessing is, you can get the blessings through this and that. And they're very confused. So one day or one night, they came down and seek advice from the Buddha. And the Buddha gave his teachings about what actually are the blessings. Now, I want to simplify it. I want to make the Mangala Sutta more practical for you rather than going through the verses and verses. So there are 38 blessings there. I today will try to cover half of it, about 19-20 of the blessings, in category that I hope it will make sense to you. All right, so let's move. Now, what is blessings? Good luck, good omen. In simple word, we use the word Mangala. And when we look at Mangala, Mang means woeful or hellish states or suffering. Ga means to go. Go. Kate. Go. Kachami, for example, go. La means cutting. So it's about going to the direction to cut your own suffering, which doesn't continue to bring you bad luck, bad things, bad situation, but will bring you instead the good one. That's Mangala. And creating 38 blessings of your own, according to Buddha, is possible. And the Buddha gave us in this Mangala Sutta. Now, we must understand, if we call ourselves Buddhists, we must understand our blessing is not dependent on external things. For example, we Chinese do believe our blessings still come from some of these sources. Number one, our zodiac or star. Next year going to be a year of the dragon. I tell you, everybody will be rushing. Everybody will be rushing to get married this year, anytime now. Hopefully by next year they will have the dragon boy or dragon girl. Because why? The Chinese especially believe dragon boy, dragon girl, good. I'm no good. I'm born in the year of the pig. Damn lazy one. The father will say. But They are looking for a dragon boy, and in fact, some of us still believe you're born in certain years are better. All right. Some people believe you give a good name, you have blessings. So Huat Chye is not so good name, better change. And those days, there used to be this master by the name of Ku Chong Ming. He will look at your Chinese name. Oh, actually he knows that the moment you go and see him means you're not happy already. But anyway, he says, 你的名不好. So they ask you to change based on the same sound, maybe a different word, or maybe the stroke is lesser or stroke is more, whichever applies. Then will tell you, 用这个名. And people still believe by changing their name, they have better luck, better life. Even today, there are people who believe. And some people believe good luck or not good luck depends on your ancestor. This one normally husband and wife will blame each other. You lah, your ancestor like that. The wife said, no lah, your ancestor like that. If not for you, today my life won't be like that. Some people blame the ancestor. Younger generation blame their father. That law, you're like that. Because of you, my luck is not so good. My daughter always also in a way blame me. Says, Dad, my face look very squarish and big because of you, That's why I'm not so pretty, Anyway, some people believe you have good blessings depending on the time of the day or night. So when they start their business, they go and consult and look which is a good time to start a business. If the luck consultant say you start the business at 6:30, he will open the business at 6:30 lah. And I have a relative who got married and went to consult the luck consultant. I call them luck consultants. Go and consult the luck consultant, and he says the best time to leave home to go and for the marriage is 3:30 in the morning. It's true. So the family and relative wake up very early, 3:30 in the morning, start the journey and go and pick up the bride. And everybody who is supposed to help in the family also say, what? And 3:30 in the morning. But they believe that time. So some people believe time will bring you good luck. Name will bring you good luck. Your ancestor will bring you good luck. Or which zodiac you belong to will bring you good luck. Some people really believe in feng shui. Now, I need to qualify here. Feng shui is not totally nonsense. It's called geomancy. If you study I Ching, you understand that all these 天时地利人和, all these factors affects, but they will not affect us absolutely, but they do have an impact on our life. And feng shui is not totally superstitious unless you believe it blindly. That's the same with Dhamma. You believe Dhamma blindly, you're also superstitious. So feng shui has its own logic behind it. Why you do not build a house in a certain location. Why you do not have a house smack right in the middle of a junction. Why you do not sleep on top of a bin. Because those days the houses are built, they are not very well constructed. They probably put some wood, the tree trunks, and then and with whatever situation, it may just collapse anytime. So you sleep right under the big bin. If the roof or the bin collapse, you'll be the first one. So there are reasons why, why feng shui master tell you, 你睡的地方不好了，每天有东西压住你，所以你不会成功。They will have their theory to tell you, but some people believe in feng shui blindly. They believe that putting a cat down there with a hand like that, money will come. Or they put a frog or something, or they put a water feature. Actually, talking about feng shui is very interesting. In the early 80s, I taught for a while in school, and I was posted to a place in Pahang called Kemayan, very rural area. That area don't have water, don't have electricity. There is a power generator there which runs only few hours in a day. You have electricity. No water supply, depending on rain. When the rain falls, there's a catchment tank up there. They'll get the water. We wash our clothes. We bathe with that water. So I stay in one of my landlord house at that time when I was there, and I was staying at the last room, the most back room. The landlord was staying in the master bedroom in front, and he's a businessman. He will buy things. He will sell. He will go to the estate and sell things. Of course, he buy cheap. He probably sell more expensive in the estate. That's how he make a living. But at one time, his business was very bad. So he called the feng shui master to come to his house. Feng shui master took that thing and come and move around. And then the feng shui master told him something. Oh, you cannot come in through this main door. You must come in to that back door because the qi flows better from there. So he, listening to the feng shui master, started to tell all of us, 你们不要从这个门进出啊，今天你要从这个门进出. So my room suddenly become like the main room already. But luckily he didn't tell me to move out because, but that was a situation. But and then he had to shift, He said, oh, 你的冰厨跟佛那神台 one is fire, one is water, cannot. So they shift. But to cut the story short, after he done all that, also cannot. The business didn't make it. Yeah. So and some people believe in numerology because they believe that will bring good luck. Yeah. So people start to buy the visible number 6, number 9, whatever number they wear. They believe their business can be better. But if things are so cheap, everybody will be successful in life. They just take money and buy. But anyway, some people believe in that. And people believe that, you want to have good luck, good blessings, pray to God. Go and kowtow 10,000 times to the master. That's how you'll get good luck. Now, from a Buddhist perspective, we know all those things, some of it does have its merits in its own right. But real blessings are not from all this. So where we actually are, who actually bless us? The Mangala Sutta says that, teaches that real blessings are not from the outside. That's what the Buddha has been trying to tell us. Go back to the Mangala Sutta. The Buddha says, you do all these things, you have the greatest blessings in your life. Blessings are not dependent from divine forces. The Buddha did not mention anything in the Mangala Sutta. You must pray to God or any other deities or whatever it is. No. But there are things you need to do. There are things you need to have the right perception. Then you will have. I'll show you more example later. Blessing is a self-ownership thing. That means the Buddha wants to tell us, hey, don't look around for blessing. You must own your own blessings. If you do the right thing, you get blessings. Because we believe in the law of karma. If you put in the right cause, 你种好的因，你就会得到好的果。So 你的生活没有吉祥，no blessings. It's because 你种不好的因 therefore you get 不好的果。So it's very important that we create our own curse and blessings. So if we even practice a small fraction of what of the Buddha taught, the 38 blessings in the Mangala Sutta, we can change our fortune, our luck, and gain real blessings. I can't say I'm a very successful person in life, but I know over the years, living my life with the Dhamma, trying to take the Buddha's principle and values into my life as I work, as I have built my own family, as I deal with people, I find that helps me to have a smoother path in my life. I didn't say I don't have problem in life. It doesn't mean you become Buddhist, you don't have problem. We all will have problems. Sometimes you don't have problem, people give you problems. Also will happen in life. But when those things happen, how wise are you to apply the Buddha's teaching, especially those mentioned in the Mangala Sutta? We'll see whether you get over those problems faster or not. We'll see whether you deal with people better or not. Some people every day is quarreling with others one. Every day is scolding people one, you know. One day never scold people cannot live one. Some people are like that. Every day must find somebody to quarrel with one. If not, he doesn't feel it's that day. So what can we do to bring better luck? So if we understand the law of cause and effect, if we want blessings, which is the effect, we have to learn to create our own blessing by putting the right cause. Okay? And don't leave it to others. Your life is your own. Take charge of your life. Okay? You can consult people more to get ideas and opinion and advice. But at the end of the day, is you must take charge of your own life. You know? Because there's a saying that says, sow a thought, reap an act. What we think we sometimes do. Sow an act, reap a habit. If we keep doing certain things, it becomes habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. We keep doing certain things. People look at it, you know, Brother Francis like that one, he like that one, because it becomes his character. And if you continue to behave in that character, sow a character, you reap a destiny. 你的命就是这样子咯. Your life is like that 咯. And some people always complain, my life is always not 不顺利, 不好. They think it's something outside. Actually, they didn't realize it's something inside. So the Buddha is trying to tell us, you want blessings, take a look at yourself. Maybe there's something wrong in your character. And maybe there's something wrong in your habits. Maybe there's something wrong in what you act, what you do, what you say, what you think. If you can understand that and turn it around, your life will turn around also. That's what the Buddha is trying to tell us. So let's take a look. So how can we create our own blessings? First, straighten our views. Get our views right. The Buddha emphasized the Noble Eightfold Path. One, the most paramount important one is right view. If your view is wrong, everything you do will be wrong. If your view is right, everything else will be sun li li. Okay? So, and again, we know in Dhammapada 1 and 2, the Buddha talked first thing, you know, Fa Chi Jing, number 1 and 2. The Buddha says, mind precedes all mental states. Mind is the chief, they are all mind wrought. If with a pure mind a person speaks or acts, happiness follows. Like what? Like a shadow that never leaves him. So you must get this right. Okay? 其实很多时候 a lot of time, many of the problem we create is because we look at things wrongly. Our mindset is not correct. You know, I've seen a lot of husband and wife quarrel. They all blame each other. They don't think their problem is themselves. And because they always think that the other party is not good enough, he is better. It's all mine. It's all about your own mindset. Yeah. So, right views, right understanding, samadhi, is paramount to happiness and blessings. If you are a Buddhist, you know you want to work on first is your mind. Of course, we always encourage people to do dana, but there are 10,000 ways to do dana. Some people may be doing dana not in the correct way because the mind is not correct. They do dana because I give this much food to the Bante, I expect my business to grow 10 times. 世界哪有这样便宜的东西啊? The mindset is not right. But outside, you look at him, he's doing dana. Wow, he bring nice food, give to Bante. But his thinking is, 我给了这个师父生意10倍. That's not right mindset. So we need to make sure this mindset is correct. Whatever you practice, it has to be the right mindset. Blessings or good luck are just mirror of our mindset. If your life has not been smooth, things are not happening good for you, you're not happy. Actually, it's a mirror that somewhere here, this one need overhaul. This one need to re-look at how you look at things. And how do you overhaul this? The only way, from the Buddhist perspective, you must learn the Dhamma. You come to Dhamma talk not because Brother Huat Chye is here. You come to Dhamma talk not because, oh, it's good to come. Just for that, every week is a habit, I must come. You come to Dhamma talk because you understand this will help you to straighten your views. That's the first thing you must have. 你的思维如果不对的话 a lot of problem. Actually, a lot of time when you look at people having problem, the biggest problem is what? Their way they look at things are not so correct. I'll give an example. This story was told to me by a nun, so I just want to share her story. So this nun was telling me a story. It says, in the past, there used to be an old lady. This old lady has 2 sons. You may have heard this story, but bear with me. There are 2 sons. One son is selling ice water by the roadside. Okay? Ice water, whatever ice drink by the roadside. One son has a shop, and in the shop he sells a lot of things, including umbrella. And then one day, this old lady, because he's very faithful, goes to the temple quite frequently. And then the nun was looking at it and says she was not very happy. So one day the nun approached the old lady and says, why are you not happy? And I look at you, I said, you're not very happy. He said, yeah, I'm not very happy. My son business is not very good now. These days, rain every day. My son that, basically sells, the cold drinks, no business, very bad. And someday she comes to the temple, she will complain, very bad. The other son in the grocery shop, not good business. I go and see all the umbrellas are still down there, not sold. Then the nun told the Popo, says, Popo, why don't you do this? Every time when it's a hot day, don't think of that son. Think of the son that sells the ice water. I tell you, you'll be very happy to know that your son Yao Sang Yi Zhou. And when it's already there, don't think of that son. You think of the other son that sells umbrella. I'm sure you will have good business. So the moral of the story, how you look at things makes a lot of difference. So that old lady followed and then she became a little bit happier person in life. So sometimes this is just a story, but to illustrate, sometimes when we focus on the wrong thing, we become unhappy. Times are hard today. People say, wow, business very difficult to do, But a lot of people make hell of noise because now business is very challenging. It used to be 3% doing a job, now 1% do 3%'s job. It could be. And people still, every day, what we say in Hokkien, cry father, cry mother, khao pi, khao bu. But if he were to look at it, I still got a job. I may have to stretch a little bit compared to my colleague who in another company already lost a job. I should be happy. So again, is how your mind is set. So first thing first, if you want to be happy in life, to be successful, to have all the good things in life, you must make sure your mind is properly set. Your views are correct. Focus on the right thing. Then you'll find that you have lesser problem. Okay? Let's move. So right view turns adversity to blessings. And sometimes when bad things happen to you, not necessarily it's going to be bad. It could be blessing in disguise. Some of you will say, those of you who are young, you may have boyfriend and girlfriend. Boyfriend and girlfriend leave you and don't want to be with you. Eventually married to somebody else. My life so bad. That's the most beautiful girl I ever wanted to marry. Now somebody else got her already. But don't be too sad. You may meet the girl again 10 years later and look at her. Wow, luckily I never marry her. Or same with men lah. Lucky I never marry him. Because things could be over a period of time. Can be blessing in disguise. 你所谓的不幸其实是大幸。So mindset must be correct. Now let's go into the Mangala Sutta proper. So first thing first, for us to have our own blessings, make sure your mindset is correct, your views are right. And how do you do it? I can only say keep learning the Dhamma and understand the Dhamma. It helps you to put things in better perspective. 2, set the right and precondition. In the Mangala Sutta, the Buddha mentioned 3 things you must get it right. Number 1, Patirupa Desa Vasocha. Very important to live in a suitable locality. That includes which company you work with also. Because we spend 8 to 10 hours working. You work in a company where you are not happy. Inside there is very toxic. People are fighting each other, killing each other. That's not a suitable place to work. It's the same as where we stay. I don't know Sabah, which is a better area to stay, which is not a better area. I'm sure you know in KK. That's why people pay more money to buy a house there because they feel it's a better place to stay. They don't buy in houses in those very 很复杂的 very a lot of things happening down there, drug addicts lah, people fight there lah, gangs lah. You wouldn't want to stay in area like that. And the Buddha says, first thing first, your environment is very important for your happiness, for your success. That includes you want to open a business. You open certain business in places where people don't buy those things. They're very remote. You're not going to get business. Then you say, I put in so much money, almost 1 million in the business. No business. Because you find the wrong place to start a business. Same. So the Buddha says, living in a suitable locality, 你的环境, 你的 environment, very important to ensure you whether going to be successful or not. Working people, which company you work with, which boss you have, makes a lot of difference. Your happiness, your success depending. You get a very good boss who care for you, who develop you. You find your career grow very fast. That's blessings. Having a good boss is blessings. Go to a good company is blessings. Having a lousy boss, you work very hard, very good. He thinks you are no good. He won't even promote you. Then you say, wow, my life is terrible. That's because your environment is wrong. So the Buddha says, first condition, make sure you are in the right place. Means places where it will help you to grow. Not places that will suppress you, you can't grow. I hope I'm taking Mangala Sutta to make it down to earth so that you understand how to live your life better. 2, the Buddha say, Pubecha kata punyata. It means to have done meritorious deeds in the past. When we talk about past here, sometimes we Buddhists have the wrong understanding. It's not about past life. It could be this very life. Yeah? It's the distant past or the present past. I'm not teaching English here. It's the present past, not just the past, distant past, because we don't have the ability to see our past lives. For some of you may have, I don't know, but we may not have the ability to see a past life. But at least we know whatever you do 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, have an impact on what you are today. That's what it means by past. So 我们有的时候有一种错觉 past 前世，不是每样东西都是前世的，今世 also past. 20 years ago you never take care of your body, now you got illness. It's not because you sway. You sway because 20 years ago you never do anything correct. You know? This is past. So the Buddha says, for you to have blessings, number 1, environment is important. 2, you must have done good things in the past. Past can be last 2 years. You start to come to Aluka house, start to listen to Dhamma. 2 years only. Today, you are wiser. You now can see people, oh, this one is a good friend, this one is not a good friend. You know which is wise, which is not wise. And because of that, you have lesser problem. In the past, the last 5 years, you mix with the wrong people. You don't even know they are wrong people. You trust them, and then they make life difficult for you. That's why your life becomes sway because of that. Now you are wiser. So past doesn't mean past life. So if you go by that, what the spirit of Mangala Sutta is, you may not change the past. It's already over. From today onward, 好好的过日子，好好的做人 is very important because today what you do will decide the next few years of your life. So if you want the next few years of your life to be smooth, good, trouble lesser, I wouldn't say free, make sure 今天开始 today you must do the right thing so that 2 years later this become past and you put in the right seeds for the future. So Buddha say, very important. You want blessings? Environment must act on your life. Of course, past affect present, present affects the future. So far, make sense? Right. Then the Buddha says, Atta Sama Panidicca, setting oneself in the right course. Now, this is very important. Your direction in life is very, very important. I'm glad you learn about the true north. What is your true north? Where is our direction that we need to go? Very important. To me, my life is very simple. If I work, I put my heart in my work. I focus in my work. Their problem, solve. Don't go kaubu. Just solve the problem. I have a family. I take care of my family. You don't have to take care of them all the time, but you must be aware all the time. When there are issues, you come in. You may have to jump in to see what you can do to help your family. Sometimes your children can just throw you a spana. You have to catch. Okay. Even my children are all grown up working already, but sometimes they also throw a spana. They land into trouble. You have to come in and rescue the situation. You have to do that. But you cannot be attached to the family. You are aware, but you're not attached. And I'm very clear, whatever remaining part of my life is all for Buddha Sasana. It's all for Buddha Sasana. People like me and some of them, Dr. Stewart, so we are 60 over years old. Why are we doing all this? Apart from cultivating ourselves, we are doing all this because we are very clear. We are planting seeds. So that younger generation like him, one day may be sitting here, giving Dhamma talks. You never know. So potential already. Yeah, you never know. Never know. Yeah? And some of you are very new in Dhamma here. I never know, one day I may have to bow down to you because you take up the rope. I never know. So I cannot underestimate any one of you here. Yeah? So setting yourself in the right course is very important. So a summary of this, point number 2, environment can be both an enabler and a disruptor. Sometimes 换一个环境, change an environment, it'll be good for you. Change a boss. I'm not asking you to leave your company. Change a boss may be good for you. Change a company may be good for you. Sometimes change a Buddhist center will be good for you. I'm not asking you to leave Aloka. Because sometimes you go to some Buddhist center, every day they fight inside there. The committee members, instead of doing Dhamma work, they're fighting every day. God not? God, that's real. So you go to that Buddhist center, you don't really learn much. In fact, you learn all the bad things. You might as well move on to another, Dhamma center where the environment are better and you help yourself. All right? I do believe Aloka is a good environment. Yeah. So merits, done good deeds in the past, when I say past, is the present past also, pave the way for success and good thing in life. Some people will come around and tell me, Huat Chye, I've learned all I need to learn. I've put in all the money I need to put in. I put in all the effort I put in, but my business still not working. Why? So when you have done all the correct thing, and yet, let's say your business is not moving, your life is not happy, probably one missing element is you have not done enough good deeds. 你做的功德，你的福德，你种的福德不够，你要多种。 Sometimes some of these good deeds may not lead you ultimately to again liberation, but it paves the way. Malay we say dia membuka jalan, kemenkai lu, so that we become our life are smoother. And even if you face with problems, somehow there's this kuiren, this auspicious person come and and help you. You don't know, actually you don't really know him well, but because you open up your mouth and say I need help, your friend knows some other friend and the friend introduced, and your problem gets solved. It's as simple as that, so that's very important. So setting our moral compass to avoid evil, do good is very important, because wrong course, when your direction is wrong, it's like you have a wrong compass, faulty compass. Instead of pointing always to the north, compass always point to the north, right? This is where the Angmo and the Chinese are very different. Angmo say, compass point to the north. Chinese say 指南针. Huh? 指北针没有哦，指南针哦。We all very different the way we look. The Angmo look at the north, we look at the south. Okay. Now, if you have gotten your environment good, you are continuously doing a lot of good things, you set the direction clear, how to have blessings. Next thing is, who do you meet in life is very important. In other words, network. Sometimes a lot of our network, the net don't work one. Yeah? So be careful. Here, the Buddha reminded us 3 things you must do if you want blessings in life. Asevana cha balanang. Now, sevana means you associate, you are with. Asevana means you are not, you don't associate with. Sorry, you don't associate. Asevana, you don't associate. Balanang, the word bala, a lot of Indian name got Bala, Krishna, Balawan, right? Bala, originally it means child, young, junior, child. And the meaning is, normally a person is very junior, is not matured enough. It's not matured enough. And because it's not mature enough, you do a lot of immature thing, and that cause problem. Okay, so not to associate with the immature or people who are not wise. That's what it means by asevana cha balanang. So associate not with the fools, the Buddha says. Second one, this one you have heard many times before. Associate with the wise. Panditanang cha sevana. You associate with pandit. This word panditanang, Malay word pandita. Pandita means what? A wise person, a knowledgeable person. That's pandita. So associate with the wise. 跟那些有智慧的人相处，远离那些没有智慧的人。That's what you need to do. If you can continuously do this, your circle of friends normally are good people who will not take advantage of you, who will not ill advise you, and all those things. And the Buddha say one more thing. Honor those worthy of honoring. Puja cha pujaniyanang. The Buddha says it's very important. Now, here it means you respect puja. You respect people who are worthy of respect. Means people, they are knowledgeable, they are wise, they have, gone through life a lot more experience. People who are knowledgeable in a certain field, you must give them due respect. 要尊敬他. It could be 长辈. Of course, I'm not saying all 长辈 are worthy of honoring. In general, all who are senior, make sure you honor them. Now, from a working life, anybody here working? Still working? Put out your hand. Yeah. From a working life, it means you need to look for somebody that you can look up to, you have a lot of respect. In modern terms, we call find a mentor. Find a sifu in your life that will help you, that you have a lot of respect. Go to them, respect them, learn from them. If we can do these three things, not to associate with the fools, associate with the wise, and honor those worthy of honoring, if we can set our life with this group of people, you find that you always will have somebody that you can learn from. Chinese saying, 三人行皆有我师. Every 3 person that walks, sure got somebody who is my teacher. Even people who are stupid, you can learn from them also. They are your teacher. People make foolish mistake, you don't follow lah. But then you learn, okay, I should not be stupid like him lah. Simple as that. That's what you learn from foolish people. I better make sure I don't do those things. You don't learn from that person. Now, so the message in Mangala Sutta is very clear. Beware the right people are. So come to Aloka on Sunday. This is where the right people are. I hope I'm saying the right thing. Not because they sponsor my talk to come here. But I do believe these are good people. So come here, you associate with people. That wise people are those with strong faith, good values, high morality, and very positive, 很正能量的人, very positive mindset. Even with problem, they are always positive, how to overcome. And there are people who are very negative one. You say everything cannot, everything no, everything won't work one, everything impossible. But there are people who will always be positive. Be with the positive people. If you can be around with these kind of people, you find that your career will grow, your business will grow, your life will also grow. Because you are in the right place. Just now, first one, right place. Now you're the right people. This is what in I Ching says also the same. 天时地利人和. Very important. They are all, so these are wisdom of the, of the East, whether it's I Ching or from the Dhamma. There are similarities, right? The wise influence, with the wise people that influence, it will lead us to heaven, success and happiness. But if you follow the foolish, it will lead you to hell. Hell here means not necessarily the hell that we talk about. It leads you to destruction, failure, bad things. That's hell, okay? And failure and unhappiness. So again, you have to make a choice. If your life at the moment is not, you think it's not, don't have blessings enough, take a good look. Maybe your network is wrong. Maybe you are mixing with the wrong people. Maybe you got good people, you don't know how to identify them and don't know how to make full use of their presence. Sometimes you got very good teacher come, you also don't, because of your ego, you don't want to learn. That teacher go away already. Who lose? You lose, right? That's what the Chinese saying say. 三人行皆有我师. Don't underestimate anybody also. That could be your teacher, but sometimes due to our own wrong views, ego, and many other things, we may 错过, we may lose out the opportunity to learn from that teacher. That's very important. Yeah. So be in the right place, know the right people. That will be blessings to you. So far, okay? Simple. I taken Mangala Sutta, make it into a story you can understand. Then next one. Just before the next one. The Buddha also in another sutta called the Parabhava Sutta. This is a sutta of downfall. The Buddha mentioned, you want to fail in life, very easy. Do all those things. It's all mentioned in the Parabhava Sutta. So here in the Parabhava Sutta, the Buddha says, the vicious are dear to him. People who are 不是好人啦，那些不是很好的人，哇 he likes to be with. The virtuous he find nothing pleasing. Dd Francis asked a friend to come to Aloka for Dhamma talk. I don't believe in all these things. Wasting time. Come to listen to Dhamma talk. So the virtuous he finds nothing pleasing. He favors the creed of the vicious. He likes to be with a grouping of the not so good people. The Buddha say, this is the cause of your downfall. You will fail in life if you behave like that. Okay? I move on. Number 4, sorry. If you want to have blessings in life, next important thing is be resourceful. Means you are always able to find information, use information, know where to use the necessary thing that will help you. Let's take a look. 4 things in the Mangala Sutta the Buddha mentioned, very important for you to be resourceful. What are the 4? Bahu Sachancha Sipancha. Okay, these 2 are very important. Vast learning, perfect handicraft. The Buddha says, if you want your life to be smooth, to be successful and happy, there are a few things in the Mangala Sutta says is very important because they are blessings. 1, fast learning. That means you must continuously learn things. It doesn't mean I'm retired already, I don't need to learn. Doesn't mean I'm 60 over years old, low la, doesn't mean that. In Chinese, we have a saying, 人活到老学到老. In modern, we say lifelong learning. Modern terms. It's so important because if you don't, you'll be out of place. Most of our members here, even though you're 60, 70 years old, you know how to use handphone? You know? That means you are learning. But imagine if the handphone is out, you don't want to learn. Oh, very difficult, I don't want to learn. What will happen to you? Your children cannot contact you, you cannot contact your children, Many other things are very inconvenient. So the more we learn, the more relevant we are. We will not be outdated, out of place. So the Buddha says, successful people are always relevant. But to do that, first, you must continuously do vast learning, including the Dhamma. What Dhamma you learned 10 years ago, today you listen again, maybe it will strengthen your understanding, or you may realize actually my understanding was wrong. That's very important. So whether it's Dhamma or worldly life, should not stop learning. The Buddha basically says blessings come for people who learn. And if you're an accountant, don't only know about accounting, learn about other things. We have people, accountant only know how to see the numbers, how to keep the book. Anything else, don't know. Also no good. So you must learn. You get married, must learn how to be a good parent. Become a wife, must learn how to be a good wife or how to be a good husband. There are many things to learn. Of course, today make things very easy. You can always Google. Sutta, very easy. Go to Sutta Central. You get all the sutta there you want. And you get all the comments and whatever it is. Learning becomes easier today. Yet, people are not willing to learn, some people. And then they work and work and work. Later, they find in a company, grow and grow and grow. They become not relevant. Then company want to fire them. They say, well, company, mo yan cheng. I worked 20 years in the company. Now they want to let me go. But the fact is, for the last 20 years, you're not willing to learn. So whose fault is that? Company for the last 20 years pay you salary. Whatever you do, the company pay you salary. So company has done its duty already. But you must have a duty for yourself. Vast learning. Perfect handicraft. Whatever you do it so well. So that nobody can take the job away from you. If you run a business, do it so well. So that people will keep coming back to you. Doctor, you serve people so well. People queuing to see you. No need to advertise. People queuing to you. But people who are not good in doing what they're supposed to do, they always got problem. So very important this one. And the Buddha mentioned, next one, Vinaya cho susikito, Vinayo, Vinaya, discipline, very important. And Subhasita cha yavacha, speech, Vacha. Skillful speech. In today's term, it means communication. Today, a lot of problem can come because of our mouth. And today, you can create problem not by mouth. WhatsApp. You are in a WhatsApp group. People write something, you write something. People write something, you write something. After that, become quarrel. Can you quarrel with WhatsApp? Yeah. And sometimes, can you be understood, misunderstood? Can. You put the wrong emoji. So, today, when we talk about Buddhism, right speech is no more about actual. It can be in text form, message form, email, WhatsApp, whatever, your Telegram, whatever other communication that you use. All those, you have to be very mindful. Because the Buddha says you must be skillful. People who are normally skillful are more mindful about their speech. When you're mindful about the speech, you don't hurt people so easily because you think through. And when you don't hurt people so easily, people like to be with you. People like to work with you. And that's why your life is smoother. But if you don't know how to do that, every morning you go to WhatsApp, every time like you're going to scold people or you think you are better than others, and then you keep doing that, people say, I hate that guy, man. Let's remove him from the group, man. You know? So some people are like that. They're not mindful. The Buddha says, do these 4 things, then you become very resourceful person. You know, people know you are knowledgeable, people know you're skillful, people know when you are disciplined. I mean, you tell people, I'll come on Monday, you come on Monday. Yeah, that's integrity. You know, people know you have integrity. Some people, they say, I'll give you on Monday, but never give you on Monday one. And then you chase and chase and chase. Say, I'll give you on Wednesday. Wednesday come also, they don't give you. So how to trust people like that? So all these are very important. It looks very simple, but it makes you a trustworthy person, a reliable person, a resourceful person. And normally you can do that. People like to deal with you, whether business work or even in Dhamma work. They like because you are a good person. So knowledge, skillful and experienced person always be in demand, sought after. And I always tell people, do all these things mentioned in Mangala Sutta. 路北要死 you won't 你不会饿死的，你一定有功的，一定有人找你的你的生活人生会顺顺利利的。Okay, next. All right, yeah. So dutiful and positive work attitude brings about work success and abundant blessings lah. So I don't want to skip this. Next one. Now, if you want to have blessings in your life, apart from environment, the right people, and be resourceful, next thing is cherish your family. You cannot be successful in life, having a smooth life, if your family is in a mess. What did the Mangala Sutta advise us? 3 more things. First thing, mata pitu, father, mother. Upatanang means you support your mother and father. These days, I hear so many stories. Older generation complain about their young children. Don't support them. I always believe all this 有因果的啦. There's always karma in that. I take example of my uncle. My uncle worked very hard all his life, accumulate wealth, support the children. You know, when the son want to start a business, the father take up money, give to the son to start the business. One business fail, take up money somehow, give to the son to do other businesses. My uncle just passed away last month. The last 6 months or so, life was very 凄凉, very sad for him. Because why? One son so successful working in China, earning a lot of money. One daughter in Australia, also has the husband also earning good money. Another daughter works in a bank, retired already, a lot of money. retired should have a lot more time. One son, the younger son, he has a lot of, we always pamper our younger son. This is what you get, younger son. Money keep giving to him. Towards the tail end of his life, none of them willing to take care of the father. Everybody will have their reason to push away. And then they all agreed to send the father to a nursing home. And the old man down there sit down every day, just like that. Very sad. I can't do anything because it's not my family. I have no jurisdiction. But I look at it, I feel very sad. So sometimes I say this thing because you would not know your life is a blessing or not until your last breath of your life. 不要讲哇，你很好命哦，你很好命哦，你的孩子哇，在外国读书，在外国做工，赚很多钱。This is what happened to him. We will never know our life is a curse or a blessing, not until the last breath. If you die nicely, children are there. When you are sick, the children are there to support you, and I think it's a blessing. If not, it's too early to say. Yeah? So this is an example. My uncle, very sad. Just throw him into the nursing home. Actually, the daughter could have taken turn to take care of him. The son has a daughter-in-law. They could have taken care. But somehow, our value system has changed. Yeah? So it's very important to make sure the young ones, don't forget your dad, don't forget your mom. They are the one who make you successful. When they need you, you have to support them. Then Buddha says, if you have the idea of supporting your parents, blessings will come to your life. But if you don't have the idea of supporting your parents, sometimes don't be too happy. You do this, next time your children do to you. Could be. Or something else will happen. So, in the Parabhava Sutta again, the Buddha mentioned the negative side, the downfall. The Buddha says, whosoever being rich does not support, being rich, that means can afford, does not support his aged father and mother who has passed their youth, means they become old. This is a cause of one downfall. You will have downfall. Your life will not be smooth if you do that to your parents. So those of you who still have parents, I don't have parents anymore, but those of you who still have parents, please take note. Your blessing in life is when you support your parents. Right? Next, the Buddha mentioned in Mangala Sutta, you want to have blessings? Cherishing of wife and children. Putta darasa sangaho. Do you appreciate your wife or not? In Buddhist community, you allow a husband and wife team one. Do you appreciate your wife or husband? Buddha says in Mangala Sutta, this is also important condition for your blessings. You get a good wife, no perfect wife. I can tell you, being married for 30 over years, no wife is perfect. And my wife can say the same thing, no husband is perfect. Right? Correct or not? Rachan? Yeah? No wife is perfect, no husband is perfect. But the beauty is, how can we learn to complement each other and support each other? Very important. You must cherish. And I keep reminding myself and keep reminding my wife also all the time. We are 60 over years old. If we live to 70, I only got few more years to go only. Can we not quarrel? Can we not disagree to Cold War? Can we spend more time to enjoy with each other, presence? Can we do that? And it's very critical to do that. My friend who works in a legal firm says one of the highest group of divorce are people who are past 55 years old. Why? Children all grown up already. they feel they have not much of duty to be together already. Then husband will tell the wife, "Em lấy ngô, sai lấy ngô cam to." Don't go, I have my life to live. Now I want to do my own things. And the wife will tell the husband the same thing. And because of that, you find that some family, the old father and mother quarrel more often. To a certain extent, some of them go for divorce. 60 years old, divorce. You will be asking, for what? But that's the reality. Yeah? I hope I'm not talking about any one of you here, please. I'm just stating what I think, we should practice the Mangala Sutta. Because if you want to have blessings, cherish your children, cherish your wife. No children is perfect either. You just have to see the good side of them. Same with wife and husband. In this case, the Buddha was giving more to the man. Please cherish your wife. True, in Sigalawada Sutta, the Buddha clearly mentioned, duty of a husband to a wife is to buy something for them. Oh. So every time I give Dhamma talk, I must, that part, don't say too much. But women during the Buddha's time, in that civilization, that era, women are really giving everything. They take care of the kids, they give birth to the kids, they take care of the entire family because the men will be outside working. So the success of the family a lot depend on mother. That's why the Buddha mentioned wife's roles are very, very critical. The Buddha also mentioned in the Mangala Sutta that if you cherish your family, have a peaceful occupation. Very important to have peaceful occupation. Do a job that do not just bring you a lot of money, but you go home, you can sleep peacefully. Do a job that you don't have just to earn a lot of money, but then your wife, your children will worry and suffer because of you. I think that's very important. So while it's your job to bring in the money, especially for men, and same with women these days, but you must make sure you do right livelihood. That at night you sleep with no guilt, with no whatever other way. You can sleep peacefully. Again, sometimes some family, the husband or whichever party earn a lot of money but get into the wrong kind of occupation, and then the family all suffer because of that. Then no blessings. Good job. Is your job good job? Good job. Blessing. Okay. So fulfilling obligation brings harmony, peace, and happiness at home. Chinese has a saying, 家和万事兴. When the family is in harmony, all the good things will happen to you. But if the family is in a rocky situation, you'll find that one after another, sometimes bad luck will come to you. Bad things will come. So make sure your family is in harmony. There are differences. I'm not saying harmony means you don't quarrel, you don't disagree. There will be time you may quarrel, sometimes over stupid little thing, but you still have to make sure you bring back the harmony. And normally, family like that, children also will be successful. Very important, yeah? And respect our elders bring long-term blessings. We have youngsters today who get married, never inform their parents. Because their philosophy, I married is my problem, not my mother's problem. Some children have that kind of, my own issue. Why should I consult my mother? Especially who gone overseas to study. They got married, sometimes they don't inform their children, their mother, their parents. And then when they got problem, only they come to their parents. But if you seek blessings from your parents, not because of anything, when you are in certain situation, the entire family will be at the back to support you. That is important. Because if you don't do that, you find that sometimes they don't support you. Next. Now, I want to go very quickly here. Number 6, it's important if you want to have blessings, like build strong moral foundation. Here, one important thing is to avoid evil. So here you have, arati virati papa, and then you have the majapana cha sanyamo. So this is where it's important to abstain from evil, abstain from intoxicants, and one more, steadfastness in virtue. You believe in virtue, you believe in goodness. I believe most of you who come to Buddhist center, you believe in good things, and you believe doing good is a good thing, and it's something that you uphold. There are people who don't believe in doing good one. 做好人，做这样好的人有什么用？你看我也是这样。Some people, because they went through life, they mix with the wrong people, they trust people too easily, they get into trouble. They were helpful at that time, but no wisdom, and they get into trouble. After a while, they face all these things. They tell people, no need to be good one. 你这样好做好人就有什么用？ They will always say things like, because they no more believe in virtues. So Buddha says, keep believing in virtues, good things, good conduct, good qualities. At the same time, avoid all these things. If you can do that, it can bring you good things in life, blessings in life. All right? Next. Number 7, live a blameless life. Now, in the Mangala Sutta, the Buddha mentioned about generous in giving, righteous in conduct, helping one relatives. This is a bit sensitive these days. Those days, people stay together in a village or in a house, bigger house, where some so whatever so all together one, and they live as a relatives in the family, and they all support each other. So you're not afraid. Nobody take care of your children one. You give birth to children, almost the whole village will take care one. Today you give birth to children, you worry who should take care, which babysitter to find, and which nursery to send to. Those days no worry one, because everyone will be looking out for each other. In those days, this is especially true, that helping one's relatives means helping yourself. Very important. So the Buddha says, be generous, be righteous, keep your precepts, practice the 10 paramitas, whatever you can do. If you can do that, good things will come your way. Blessings. Yeah? And most importantly, live a life people won't blame you. Right? And doing good, I want you all to believe this and understand this. Doing good will not make life worse for you, but do good with wisdom. Always do good with wisdom. Then good things open the door for opportunities. I give you one story. This lady is a Sino Kadazan. Photo of her. Beautiful lady. I met her in the plane. I was on the way to Italy about close to 20 years ago. I flew Qatar Airways. She was an air stewardess. By profession, she's a lawyer. She worked few years in a legal firm, get very bored. She doesn't like a desk job. So she decided to quit her lawyer's job, become an air stewardess. So she flew as air stewardess with Qatar Airways. So that year, I flew that airline Qatar Airways from Doha to, I think, to Rome, if I'm not mistaken. She was serving in that sector. And for me, I cannot sit long in a plane one. I find my backside was very painful. So normally I'll stand up and walk around, go to the toilet, sometimes talk to the air steward and air stewardess and things like that. So that year, I happened to speak to her. They said, oh, you're Malaysian. Why are you flying Qatar Airways? And then I start to get to know her better in the flight. And she says she's actually a lawyer by training, but she has been flying for a couple of years. She also feels she wants to be grounded. Okay, she wants to get a normal job again. So I said, okay lah. I said, at that time I was working with Sunray Group. So I know quite a bit of people in Sunway Group. I says, you give me your CV lah. I see what I can do to help you lah. Because some company need legal manager ma. So she give me. And to my surprise, she went back at the back part of the plane. She took out one CV and gave it to me. I don't know why she carried the CV along, but she gave it to me. So I said, okay. To me, it's a surprise. It's a hard copy of CV. So I bring back home. After my trip, I went back home. I contacted somebody medical center at that time, the CEO. I says, there's somebody I know wants to see whether, there's a job for her in the legal side, and hospital normally has a legal manager one, because there always be some cases one becomes a legal case. There must be somebody attending to the. So I gave her the thing, and then to cut the story short, eventually they met up with her. They offer her a job. Now I have no other intention. At that time, I was just trying to help her. She needs help. I just help her, and it's up there, 30,000 feet up in the air, and I with the heart just to help her. I help her. I came back. She worked in the Sunday Medical, and then I came out to do my own business after that. And then she introduced her husband to me, which is a Quilo. Her husband, Scottish. Introduced her, and through that connection, I got a business deal from the husband's side. Now, I didn't ask for it. I was just doing my best as a Buddhist, as a friend, as somebody. I felt somebody need help. I need a capacity to help. But this is where you see, when you start to do good things without much expectation, sometimes things go around. And I got the work opportunity. And that really, really, makes me understand that you have to continue helping people do good things. Don't think about yourself most of the time, but you have to help. And of course, you need to continue cultivate, but also you need to help people. And it works for me. And there are many cases of such thing that along the way, I've forgotten I helped the person. And a couple of years later, they come and tell you, oh, you feel so good about it because you continue to do good. So you want your life to be successful, make sure continue to do good, continue to help people, continue be kind, be compassion with people. Okay, coming to the end. Sometimes we look too hard, too far for blessings. If you are not beautiful and yet not handicapped, you are blessed. Please count your blessings. If you are not rich and yet can make ends meet, you are blessed. If you don't own much but yet have enough to get by, you are blessed. If you are sick but able to get medical attention, you are blessed. If you are in trouble, knowing that you are in trouble, you are blessed. Some people are in trouble, they don't know they're in trouble. Oh, yeah. If your kid doesn't give much to you of his hard-earned money and yet not coming back to you for more money, you are blessed. So if your life is like a yo-yo but guided by the Dhamma, you are blessed. In other words, count your blessings. Count your blessings. But continue to work on your blessings. So life is an endless flow of blessings. We all have blessings all around. I'm very blessed. I come to Sabah with all these good people supporting. I feel blessed. At least my 3 days stay here has been a pleasant stay. So tap it, count our blessings. And whether half full or half empty, blessed or cursed, it all depends on us, our thinking. 你的一念之差你想对了，看对了就对了，你想错了，看错了就错了。Okay, one perspective. Sometimes one speech, sometimes one action makes a lot of difference to be successful or not successful, happy or not happy. So we create our own blessings. It's in our hand. So don't go and every time pray, expect a lot back from the Buddha. The Buddha may not answer your prayer. You have to create your own blessings. Remember, there are many things there you can do. If you forget, go back to Mangala Sutta. Reflect on that. Okay? So stop seeking blessings elsewhere. Work on your own blessings. And in my life, I think, since I know the Dhamma, I try, as much as I can, do all the right things so that my life will be smooth. And there are problems, there are people who will come around and make a difference to me. Okay? So with that, I wish all the blessings to all of you. You may not remember everything. That one thing that you remember, go back, work on it. That will be your blessings.